What up, what up? I'm back again, y'all. It's Mike Sells 10 Stacks. And listen, I'm gonna be coming consistently on YouTube, posting videos. This right here is just a random video that I'm doing. And I just want to really talk about the evolution of life, my thought and beliefs on life as a whole. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to infringe my beliefs or thoughts on nobody. Just know these are only my views and opinions, what I think about life. And what I currently think about life, we start off this life as light because if God is light, that means we came from a light source, right? And I believe as we live and as we birth and live in this life, we're here to achieve and treat people right and just try to live a righteous life and create heaven on earth. And we're gonna have issues and problems. That's why we have the power of prayer. You understand what I'm saying? Prayer, meditation, eating right, all these things that we do in this earthly realm is going to help us make it in the physical form. In the physical form, we're here to help each other and elevate to wherever the next level of life is. My thought right here on life, y'all. I believe we come through this lifetime, this life, or through this realm many lifetimes. I think we do. Personally, myself, I think we do. And reason being is because we can't live that perfect life like Jesus talked about, or Yeshua talked about in this life. We can't. The life he lived, we can't live that way. The only way we can get there is through prayer, fasting, repenting, and all that, right? And I think we have to do that many lifetimes until we reach the highest form of consciousness as Jesus did or Yeshua did. I think when we reach the highest form of consciousness, that's when we excel to another level, another dimension. And I think we get through that other dimension. Check this out, y'all. Check this out. My thought and process about the universe, the solar system, the galaxy that we're in. There are over 1 billion galaxies in our universe. Over 1 billion galaxies. Hubble and the James Webb Telescope already showed us all these galaxies that exist that's around us. And the thing that keeps these galaxies alive, y'all, is what they call a black hole. A black hole. Now, in the center of our galaxy is a black hole. And the purpose of a black hole, now I'm gonna tell you about the black hole, is it's a star that explodes. It turns to either supernova or quasar, and it's so dense in the center that it implodes within itself and creates a gravitational pull that's the strongest force that's known to man. Now, with that being said, it creates a vacuum. It creates a funnel, and around the funnel or the tunnel is what they call the event horizon. The event horizon is around the perimeter of a black hole, and it's the strongest force known to man. The black hole is, and it's so strong that it captures light. Now, here's my thought process about that. Now, we being souls, we came from light, entered into this world to become in a physical form. And we pass away, obviously we go back to being light. Now, as we're light, I think personally that our spirits, that light that's within us, travels through the galaxy, our galaxy, and goes to the black hole. I think the black hole that's in the center of our galaxy is a portal. That's my mind. It sounds far out, but this is only my thoughts, my views, and my opinions. Now, around that black hole, like I said, is the event horizon, which captures light. Now, it captures us because if we're light, it captures the light source that we are. People who have had near death experiences, y'all, check this out, y'all. They always say they're seen as one thing. They've seen a tunnel, and in the tunnel, they've seen this light. And the light is so bright and it's captivating, and it makes them feel good. And at the end of that tunnel, they see family members, people that they know. Now, the early Jewish community believed that there is a place called the Gulf. For those of you that don't know what a gulf is a place that houses souls. Souls are there waiting to be remitted back to wherever they're supposed to go, whatever world they're supposed to go. I assume I'm only giving you my views, thoughts, and opinions. Now, with that being said, these souls are in the gulf, waiting to come back to these many lifetimes that I've been talking about that we experience and that we have to go through to reach the highest form of consciousness, as Yeshua did, which is Jesus. Jesus was showing us how to reach the highest form of consciousness, and we can't get it through just this lifetime. We might can, but you have to live many lifetimes to reach the highest form of consciousness. And I think we seen people that was at their highest form of consciousness, such as Mother Teresa, such as Mahatma Gandhi, brothers like uh, Martin Luther King, because they lived a selfless life. They gave until they died. And these are, I think, forms of experiences as you see people living at the highest form of consciousness. And my thought process is when you enter that black hole, you see your family, you're now in the Gulf, waiting to come back to this world to reach another level of consciousness or to relive what you messed up. I think you keep living life until you excel, until you achieve, till you achieve, till you achieve. There are over a billion galaxies in this universe, y'all. And each galaxy is created and made from a star that exploded. Why do they exist? Why do black holes exist? This is only my thoughts, views, and opinions. Black holes exist because when a star explodes, it turns into a portal. And it turns into that portal because everything that's around that black hole is in order. And there are worlds, other worlds to me, that are in these galaxies that has life. They're so far away we can't even see it. That's how intelligent God made this universe. You know what I'm saying? It's so far away that we don't even have the machines, the power, the engines, the mindset to even reach them. We understand quantum physics to a certain degree. You understand what I'm saying? It's guys like Billy Carson that really has opened my eyes a little more to, you know, consciousness and the realm of life as a whole, because we are held back, to me, as people of the world, through religion. You know what I'm saying? Religion to me is an institution that they've created or that was created to keep you in certain areas and certain levels of belief. You can't go past this belief system, because if you do, you're not thinking with the institution. You're going to be ousted. You know what I'm saying? Don't think like that. Be a free thinker. Think for yourself. Believe for yourself. Love God. Don't believe me. I do believe God does exist. I believe that there's a higher power. I've heard I've heard this being said that the light source that we came from, which was God, is God, is like a great light with the umbilical cords hanging out of it. And at the end of the umbilical cords are souls, life, which is us. We came from light. We leave, we go through that black hole, which captures light. We go to the Gulf, waiting for our next chapter to come back to repeat life or to come back as another level, on another level. I don't know if we come back to this world or other worlds. And when I think about when the Bible said, God said, let us make man in our image, traditionally we were taught that it was Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and God. But from my thoughts, because I have a clear mind to believe what I desire and what I've studied from my concept, I believe that when he said that when he said that thou shalt not have no other gods before me, he's insinuating that there are other gods. So could there be gods of other galaxies he was talking to? Because when he said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, whomever he was talking to, he trusted them, number one. Number two, they had the power to do the same thing he did. He didn't say, let me make man in my image or in my likeness. He said, us. So there were other beings. I'm just, a free thinking. I think on another level. And listen, y'all, I don't mean to be off subject or topic in pertaining to my YouTube page. I'm a barber and I'm a fire barber and I love what I do. And listen, I'm gonna start posting more as well. And I want to just say to my followers who have watched my work over years, forgive me for not posting like I should, but life has a way of capturing you like a black hole. Life, I've got caught up with life and other things, and I'm back on, man. I'm putting together an agenda, a plan, so I can start posting more and educating people more on, you know, my knowledge and information that I can share with you on hair and as well as non-surgical hair replacement. But I just want to really share my thoughts and views on my belief about the universe, spirituality, and us as human beings. Because we're gonna die one day. We're not gonna be alive forever in this realm. I believe that we make our heaven and earth right here. I believe we make our heaven and hell right here. Let me get right, man. Our heaven and hell right here. I don't believe that our God, who created us, is gonna. When we leave here, we go burn. We were taught that. We were taught that. But as you start reading and studying about world history, and you start learning about different people who have been hidden from you being able to study from. They're taking Black history out of schools, not taking them. They're not letting certain schools or public schools use Black history. Why is that? It's the same information that they're sharing with us as a whole. They're not letting us learn certain things because of control, mind control. The best way to control somebody is through their belief system. It's to institutionalize them through their belief system, through all these different religions. Like, I just found out not too long ago, y'all, that Martin Luther King's birth name was Michael. Michael Jr. King. Michael Jr. King. Or Michael King Jr. That was his name. His dad's name was Michael. Martin Luther King's dad was so encouraged and so motivated about Martin Luther, the great reformer who broke away from the church. He was so captivated by him that he changed his name from Michael King Jr. to from Michael King to Martin Luther King, and he changed his son's name to Martin Luther King Jr. too, due to the great um, Christian. What would I would say due to the great guy. They say he was a great guy, but due to the guy who helped start Christianity in the Western Hemisphere or America, Martin Luther. He changed his name to Martin Luther because he was encouraged and influenced by him. Now, what I found about Martin Luther, the great reformer, he didn't break away from the church from freedom of religion like we were taught. He broke away from the church because the church was making billions of dollars off the slave trade. When I say the church, I mean the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was making billions of dollars off the slave trade. It was crazy. He was pissed about it. So he broke away from the church, him and some of his, I would say, cronies. They got together and they traveled to the New World. When they traveled to the New World, they came with slaves. Yeah, they did. Now, I don't believe that the story of slavery was as what we were taught. They only brought a few slaves here. Just think about the slave ships that existed back then, them wooden ships. They could carry only so many people. Them ships, when they were overloaded or had too much, they sank. That's why they had to throw things overboard to keep them from sinking. They couldn't carry a lot of material. I mean, you just think of today's time, seeing these big cargo ships. The cargo ships are strong and they can carry a lot of people. Those ships that they had back then didn't carry that much. So a lot that we were taught, I think, was fabricated. I think a lot of people were already here. The Indians that we were taught who existed, I think it was more than those. There were dark skinned Indians here, like the Blackfoot Indians, which are some here in Huntsville, Alabama. Um, there are a lot on my family are related to I have Blackfoot Indians in my family. Different races of people, y'all. Different nationalities. And for those of you that don't know where I am, I'm in Huntsville, Alabama. It's a great city. This is part of the city right here. This is the Tennessee Valley. Great place. Tennessee Valley. But yeah, I'm in summarizing what my thoughts is that we come from light, and as we come from light, we come into the physical form, and we leave the physical form. We turn back into light, and we travel to my thought process. We travel. Our spirit goes to um, that black hole, which to me is a portal because every galaxy that exists in the center of it has a black hole. Now you ask yourself, why do black holes exist? I personally myself think that they're portals. Around the black hole is called an event horizon. The event horizon captures light, and it captures light. If we're light, it captures our souls, and we go to what they call a gulf. The early Jews believed that the gulf is a place to house souls. Now my personal belief, y'all, it's just only my views and opinions. Those people who are in the Gulf are waiting to come back to life. And I think we live many lifetimes to reach the highest form of consciousness as Yeshua did. That's my belief system. We reach the highest form of consciousness as Yeshua did through many lifetimes. When we reach the highest form of consciousness, I don't know what happens from there. Maybe we go through the next, we travel all the way through the black hole to get to the fourth dimension, well, wherever that is. But I do believe that. Now, once again, these are only my views and thoughts. Solely that. I'm Mike Sales, and I'm out.